turn that down a little.
Hello, hello again, everyone. This is Jan from New York City with Steve Young. This is about a test and a guest. Get somebody out there, please be kind enough to let me know that we are transmitting live to you and that you hear us and that you see the both of us. I would really totally appreciate it. I know Steve would. How you doing today, Steve?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, yeah, it's Saturday, and to be honest with you, Steve, I did not have a great night's sleep. And I spoke to three other individuals that did not have a good night's sleep. So, you know what I did instead? I put on Roberto Blake, and I was listening to Roberto Blake all hours of the night. So, therefore, I'm just waiting to see if there's somebody out there that is actually viewing us and letting us know that we're coming through. And anyway, well, this should be good. Actually, I have a question for my viewing audience, and it's a simple question. What did you eat for breakfast, and where did you eat it? Be honest. If you snuck out to the expensive diner, it's our little secret. Or did you make that 12-cent egg at home? Hey, absolutely adorable. Thank you. So you hear the both of us, correct? Good, 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 good. Thank you. Steve, are you able to see the comments?
That's what I'm looking for. I don't. I
Okay, press where it says comments and maybe it'll show up on you there.
comments.
We're just biscotti. Oh, I'm going
Oh,
to
here
your
we
house.
are. I see it. I see it. Okay.
Oh, cool.
I had to-
Absolutely adorable studio. By the way, kindly shows up. You had biscotti. I love biscotti. I mean, I
Right
can
here.
do you, Steve?
Yeah.
I made it homemade for Christmas one year and gave it out to a bunch of people.
You probably already know this, but the audience or your subscribers don't. I've actually got Sicilian ancestry in my background, so when I don't know how to make biscotti from scratch, but I do go into the store and I buy the different varieties of the noni
Oh, is
biscotti.
that the one that has like a half a chocolate thing, like a dip in
That's
that?
one of the varieties. They have a lemon. There's an original. There's a chocolate. There's a hazelnut. There's one. They have an anise flavor that reminds me of amaretto.
Yes, yes. Oh,
That's what I
so
do know about.
Ariana. Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. So what I okay, Stephanie Kramer. Wait a minute. I know a Stephanie Kramer. No disrespect. I was a big fan of the TV show Hunter back in the day. Although
She said she doesn't hear you.
why not? Okay. That's 'cause I've got my microphone on. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, we're sorry to learn that you can't hear Steve. Absolutely. Can you hear Steve?
Yeah, let me know if you can hear me because I have everything.
He said, yeah. By golly, studio. Good morning. I'm using my phone, so I can't comment and listen at the same time. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We are. This is a test run, but a quick question. Can you hear Steve? Anyone out there?
All right. Absolutely adorable studio says yes. So that
Okay, so maybe there's an issue on the other lady, other
so
person.
Stephanie might want to check her end. I'm not.
Yeah, we did a microphone check before this, and it said that he was coming through. So you wait for our channel every day. How cool are you? I mean, thank you, Stephanie. And a profuse apology to Granny Prepper again. Why? Because the other day when I was on the Neely Show live, I missed one of the comments that had like a million hearts next to it saying, Heart Jen. I heart you back. Thank everyone that comes to this channel every day and spends your valuable time with myself or with Steve and I. We really do care about you guys. We want to grow a wonderful community of like-minded people. And using this platform is a really good way to do it. What do you think, Steve, of this StreamYard itself?
Well, so far, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually head over heels about it because at least this way, you know, 2 or 3 clicks and boom, you're on. The other
Thank
way,
you, Stephanie. I know it's difficult.
the other way, you would have had to know some contortionist ways. And it's like, there's a saying down here in the South, and I don't even know if I should say it. It's got now Zoom subscribers, please forgive me. I mean, no, but going through the Zoom way, it's like going from your elbow to your rear end route. And it doesn't, I hope that's permissible, but you know, it too algebraic, I'm probably trying to say, but this way is 1 + 1, 2, you're in, you know, it's.
So would you say that for anyone that's just starting off on this platform, that you would recommend to use this StreamYard? I mean, I'm in love with it. I really, really am. So you're going to see myself and Steve, or just myself, whatever, you know, because of Steve's schedule, whatever, or anyone else. I can have a bunch of other people on here. If there's anyone that has a YouTube channel, especially the ones that I know, you are more than welcome to appear as a guest on this show. And it's not like you need to be a nuclear physicist to do this, because if I can do this, right, Steve? If I can do this, anybody
can do it. And well, not only that, usually, I tend to pick up on things fairly easily.
Yeah.
You know,
you also have about 16 years less than me under your belt, and I'm the old lady here.
Well, that, I mean, okay. So me being of Generation X generation,
Yeah.
you know, as a certain somebody said, 1 foot in the old technology, 1 in the new.
Hey, do I know that woman? So let's see. That Kramer was spelled with a K. Ah, okay.
No. She is correct on that. That is, her Kramer was with a K, but nonetheless, the name itself, not so much the way.
Thank you, Stephanie.
It's okay. I mean, I've seen other.
The long run is saying hello to us, Steve.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
But you know, it really didn't have anything to do with, but the name itself in general is what caught me, you know. I mean, I think I just saw another name just recently. Oh, here's one. Because I'm a music person, I happened to catch the name Thelma Houston on Facebook. Now,
really?
Thelma Houston, let's think back for a minute.
You know, I don't have to think back. I know precisely whom you mean.
She
the
did
one from like the disco era.
Bro, the disco. I didn't do it. I didn't want to embarrass. I said, because immediately I'm thinking, oh, I loved your song back in '77. I didn't do anything. So I left it alone. But I have a way sometimes I get a little over anxious or rambunctious, but in good way. But I left it alone. I mean, I've seen.
For those of us who don't know, Steve and I are incredible music buffs, because, you know, I know you guys are used to us, you know, with financial chat, and which is very important, and saving money on a Monday, 15 minutes of a cup of tea with me, practical Tuesdays. But there's another dimension to others, to Jan from New York City, and of course with Steve. And how we met a bunch of years ago was in a music group, because we love music. Music is our life. I mean,
pretty much.
Right, Steve? If somebody took away our music, it would be like cutting off our oxygen, right?
Either that or our right arm. To be funny.
Harry Endo died in Brooklyn of Hawaii 5-0. Today? You mean that was your cousin? Do you know this name, dear?
Wait a minute. If he's talking about now Hawaii 5-0, I know they brought it back, but I watched it, but it's never going to be the original with Jack Lord and Bookham Dano. I mean, that's that's really the true essence of the show. I like TV too, by the way, in case the subscribers didn't know, but
Yes,
um,
classic TV. And
I do remember. I think I'm familiar with that name. I'm trying to think back.
well, if
I'm
this
trying.
is your first of all, I'm sorrow-filled that someone
Yeah,
passed. If this is your relative, I'm doubly sorrow-filled, and
here.
prayers, hearts, and prayers to your family. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry too.
There should be a live chat button right beside the thumbs down button. Oh, you're talking about helping someone else out, right? Nobody's going to give this video a thumbs down, right? Especially those that have not answered the question yet. What did you have for breakfast today? All right, I'll share what I had. I had a cheese omelet with a piece of toast. Boy, I'm exciting. I know. But did I wake up to a mess of dirty dishes? Absolutely not. I cannot start my day with a pile of dirty dishes in the sink. Right, Steve? Isn't that like yuck?
No, I'm the same way. Well, since we're all opening up about, okay, my breakfast was a little different. I mean, really, do we? I mean, is breakfast all? Does it always have to be pancakes, waffles, eggs, sausage, bacon?
Who wrote that menu?
So I decided to take a little bit of a different route. I went a cold cut route. I love my salami. I did some provolone cheese. I did some prosciutto. Again, coming back to my ancestry. So that's what I had. But normally, under a few days a week, I like to have a cup of coffee and like a pastry or a muffin.
Sounds
a little bit of variety.
I had a tough sleeping night, so if I look like a raccoon today, apologies to everyone. But ever get those nights for like there's like no reason, like Steve, there's just no specific reason. So I just kept waking up. So then I put on Roberto Blake. I think I'm gonna fall asleep. No, he was so interesting. I stayed awake. Then I put on the meditation guy, Michael Seeley. If anybody needs a meditation guy, find that YouTube channel. Run, don't walk. He conked me out. And thank God I had a little bit of sleep there. If I had not done that, there would be no live chat today. But this is truly like a testing thing. I still want to hear those answers.
But since we're coming back to a musical, if you remember back about 1960, you had a song called Walk, Don't Run by the Ventures.
That's right.
It was an instrumental.
Even though you had 14 years to go before you were born, Mr. Steve. Steve knows a lot about music. He is beyond his years with musical knowledge. And I have to say, I am truly impressed about that. It is really incredible. Yeah, I grew up in the tumultuous 60s, but crazy music, crazy cartoons, and that's why I'm the way I am today. All right, I would still love to know, someone else come forward. What did you eat for breakfast? And tell the truth. Did you have it at home? That's the question, because the reason I keep peeling back this banana on that question, a dozen eggs cost X number of dollars. Even here, it's expensive, but in general, on the whole, eggs are cheap. Mm-hmm. So the average egg costs the average person about 20 cents per egg. So suppose you had a whopping 2 eggs at 40 cents, and you had a piece of toast, which was probably about, another 20 cents, maybe 30. So let's say your breakfast costs about 70 cents. Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Sharon, do we have a date at 3 o'clock today? Just us? Let me know. I tried reaching you before. Just saying, Sharon. Sharon, what did you eat for breakfast today? Because I think about, there are people that go, I can't save money, right, Steve? I don't know how. Then you find them, the same person at the local diner, does not mind kerplunking $10, $12 on a 20 cents each egg, on a 40 cents piece of bread, on coffee. I'm like, I understand you want the outside experience. But if you can't figure out how to pay your light bill and you're at that diner spending $12, I kind of get confused. Maybe it's me. Hi, Adam. How are you?
That's a good breakfast. I like the sound of that. Of course, I ate it. Sharon Jackson said, of course, I ate at home. Laugh out loud,
Good.
coffee and a bowl of. Oh, very
Oh,
healthy.
I love your breakfast, Sharon.
I've done that. I've done the.
Adam's contacted us from Wales in the UK. Thank
Oh,
you,
wow.
Adam.
Hello. That's great.
Stephanie, rather. It's cold in Omaha, and I don't watch any kind of television. Well, why would you want to watch TV when you have Steve and Jen?
Right.
You're a smart woman,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, because like I said, as you and I both know, Jan, we're both very open-minded people, so we can talk about. Now, look at it. We're talking about. You asked about what people had for breakfast this morning.
I'm trying to know if they're willing to pay $12, and they're on a budget, mind you. Oh, I'm on a budget, but they don't mind spending $12. All right, maybe it's embarrassing, and you think I might bite your head off. Of course not. I'm just trying to, point out. Here's my issue, and I mentioned it on the Neely show the other day. This question: if squirrels can save, why can't people? Are squirrels smarter than people? I don't think so. Let me see. Like you, I didn't sleep well, so I'm off to late start. And yes, day to 3. I'll have my coffee ready, Sharon. Adam, I usually skip breakfast. I only have a cup of coffee. But fess up, Adam. Do you pay for that coffee $5 a cup, or you make it at home? It's only us. Nobody else is going to know, right, Steve?
Well, if he's from the UK and Wales, it's more than likely British pounds. But in any case, it's still money. And I promise you're going to pay no matter where you're at. If you're going to go,
Stephanie, dear, this is called. Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt, Steve. This is called StreamYard. Highly recommend. Thumbs up. I mean, like I said, if I could figure it out, and trust me, I can't really figure out too many things. If I could figure it out, anybody can figure it out. Let's see. Most of my colleagues at work have a piece of toast or porridge.
What that is, yeah.
Is porridge like? I mean, I heard of it in storybooks growing up. Is that like oatmeal or something? What exactly is porridge? Stephanie, don't worry about Zoom. Zoom, I would like the idea of Zoom, but what happened to us, Steve, with Zoom trying to do a Zoom chat? Disaster.
Right. No, let me go back and finish where my train of thought was. Regardless of where you're at in the United States, whether you're in UK, whether you're in the Middle East or you're in Europe, you're going to pay more for it's cheaper just to make it at home. You know what you're doing to it. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to get technical, but you really don't know they're doing to your coffee.
No, you don't.
I mean, to each their own in this case. There are some. If I want a cup of coffee, I have no problem with either Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme. I really don't have a reason to go to Starbucks. One, if you go, okay, more power to you, but they're very overrated, very expensive. I think they're too proud of their stuff. And the biggest thing about them, okay, I thought it was oatmeal. I was thinking that. Thank you.
Adam, that he makes his own coffee at work or home. Excellent.
That's what I do. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you were finishing, Steve? What were you saying?
The thing about Starbucks is this: they don't support the military, and I come from a military family. I never went in the military. Looking back, if things had been different, I probably would have. But it's in my system. They don't. Therefore, if you
well, guess what? I do support the military, and guess what? For that, there you go. There you go. I am so appreciative of our military, and I take my hat off to them and all their families of which support them, which is not easy.
No, it's not. It's not.
I want to talk about for a minute, Steve. You have a few more minutes? I don't want to hold you up.
No, no, no. I'm good.
Okay, great. I would like to speak a minute, a little bit expounding on last night's video. If you haven't seen last night's video, my 7 o'clock upload, the Friday night show, please head over to it. It's about gift giving. Let's get something straight. And Steve, I guess you would tend to agree. First of all, it's the thought that counts. That's the way we were raised. It's the thought that counts. Next, do not feel intimidated, like, oh, this gift isn't good enough, whatever. No, because if the person you're giving it to was raised properly and has an ounce of common sense, they would know off the bat it is the thought that counts. Having said that, some of my most happiest, useful gifts were not financially expensive, if you will. They meant a treasure load to me. And I demonstrated that last night. Next week on the Friday night show, I want to emphasize on handmade gifts. Now, this is where my viewers come in. Please let me know what sort of homemade, handmade, whether it's baked good, whether it's knitting, what type of handmade gifts do you guys recommend for others to make? Because, you know, this year, you know, people are hurting a little bit extra. So it stands to reason to, you know, work with what you have a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, can I mention something to Adam? Guess what? I had, and to you too, Steve, and to whoever's watching, a friend of mine comes right out with it. She has a wish list and she does not care. Not mentioning names. Every year, please get me Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You know, the one in the bag that you could get at the grocery store. I'm like, fine. I know what you like. I will get it for you. I personally would much prefer that than playing this guessing game, spending money perhaps on something the person doesn't want or use. So if the person has a wish list, why not? Does anybody out there do a wish list for gifts? Don't be embarrassed. Do you know what I want? Guess what, Steve? I want 12 trusty notebooks. I am not kidding you.
That's
Why
easy.
12?
That's a simple gift.
Okay. Why do I want 12? I go through literally one trusty notebook per month. What am I doing with that notebook? Creating show ideas. So that's something, and everything here costs a little more money. When I hear people say, well, I only spent 79 cents at the dollar store for that notebook, I'm like, because guaranteed I'm paying, because by default, living in the city, I'm paying definitely, let's say, a 40% markup many times. And I'm not going to leave New York because I'm a New Yorker. So there, I love New York. So
do you want to know what I do when it comes to notebooks, pens, pencils, school supplies?
Right.
There is a time in the year, I guess it's when kids go back to school, they lower the price on everything. They lower the price. So there have been, I hate to burn down your parade here, but I've been known to pay 50 cents for a notebook.
Shut up. You know, I love you. My sister has been known to pay, like when they have these radical sales, I actually heard her say like 30 cents, a quarter in that, you know, that store that sounds like a thing that you tap on your paper to stick it together, that store. Well, anyway, I don't see anybody mentioning their breakfast, which only suggests one thing. Either A, they're not viewing this, or B, they're too embarrassed to say, yeah, I spent $25 on breakfast. Okay, the long run. Got to put this thing on me. Sorry. Yes, we have a Giftster account. Oh, cool. That allows us to share our wish list with our family members. Cool.
Oh, that's
that
nice.
way we can make, we can make sure to get everyone what they really want.
That's a good,
you know, I think that's fantastic. I really, really
do. Me too.
Now, there's something I'm just trying to reach for it, so forgive my back turn for a second. Okay, this is the new one I'm starting, because the old one I cashed out. The old one was up to here in change. Anybody could save. Squirrels can save. Grown-ups can save. You could save your change. The other change is for Christmas gifts. It's bye-bye now, and it's turning into green, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's how I do it. You go to the store, you break change, you bring it home. Somebody else goes to the store for you. Thank you for the change. Throw it in the jar.
Sure, yeah.
Now we're starting on 2021, so.
I mean, most people don't realize, a quarter here, a nickel there, a dime there, another nickel, another quarter. Okay, keep adding to that jar. Then, what if a $20, $30, $40 comes of that? People don't realize the least little thing adds up later.
Absolutely. And I have to mention this channel. If you've never heard of it before, I know I've mentioned in the past, and this gentleman is living proof that change adds up. The name of the channel is Q Makes It Happen.
Yeah,
Run, go walk to that channel. You will see evidence on the older videos. His change added up. He's on a road to financial freedom, and he worked very hard at paying back his student debt. Yes, I commend you. If you're watching this, Q, I personally commend you.
I just
inspiring.
I just wanted to mention about Q. I do subscribe to him.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I have to say this. I wish I could go back about 10 or 12, maybe 13 years to his age. And what I know now, and I commend him for doing what he does at such, because he's at that age. Yeah, he's at that age now. That's the best time frame to lay your foundation and to build later.
Excuse me, Steve. Absolutely Adorable says that she's already subscribed to him. Good for you. Is he not inspiring?
He is. And, like I said, doing the Roth IRAs. And I mean, I really go out to him. I mean, like I said, if I could go back to his age bracket, knowing what I know now, not that what I've done now is bad or wrong, but if I could kind of take the wisdom that I have now and go back and, use it then, but you can't, like you said, once time is gone, you can't really get it back, but you can learn from, what you learn.
Bad mistakes are future lessons learned. I just want to get to the comments again, Steve, a second.
Okay.
Stephanie says she's half Japanese. Okay, that's cool. Why not? Adam says, I tend to spend my money only on essential things, not wants, just needs. Adam, you are a smart cookie. Absolutely Adorable Studio says, he is great. Yes, he is. I don't know. Ever watch a channel and you walk away feeling totally uplifted? Really, Steve, how many times have I said that about you?
Too many to count, honestly. I have to go along with Adam here. I'm in the same league as him. I don't really go after any needs. I'm more of a, I really don't go after, let me rephrase that. I don't go after the wants. I'm really more of a need person, clothing, keep a roof over my head and such,
right.
Home, save the money. If I did want to go and get myself anything as a want, it's not that often. And, I have a birthday coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of weeks. And yes, I might as well go ahead and tell the audience, yes, I am a Halloween baby. It's exactly 2 weeks from
Scorpio.
And I do wear the zodiac very well. I think I like to represent it pretty well. But this year, I'm going to go ahead and do a need. It's been about 3 years.
Want or need?
I'm going to
need. What do you want to do? A want or a need?
I'm going to do. If I said one, it was a boo-boo. I'm going to do I have a one. I really don't know what I'm saying. Just go along with me. I think you know where I'm going with this. But
no, I think maybe you meant, it's probable that you meant this time around you're making an exception and you're going to do a want.
I have a want. I want to get, I'll even say what I want to get. I would like to get myself a bottle of Giorgio Armani Code Cologne for Men. I don't want a big bottle, a 2 or 3 ounce, because cologne will last me. I mean, a couple of 3 spritzes and I'm good. So,
and while we're at it, my birthday is coming up on December 5th. Just saying.
Yeah, it is I think what it is with me is I rely or think too much on needs that I don't realize about the wants.
And I want to switch gears, but along the same line here. in so much that, we are careful. We're a frugal channel. We're a frugal family here, which is wonderful. And I take my hat off to all of us. But we have to do at least one thing a day that brings us joy. And it doesn't have to cost you anything, Adam. And it works well with me as I work part-time. And I got to put on the glasses. I'm sorry. And it works well with me as I work part-time now. But with budgeting skills, I manage better my money than full-time colleagues at work. And guess what? Because you manage it well, Adam, you don't have to work full-time. People don't realize that.
You really don't. No.
Mine in March. Oh, well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
You're turning 40. Oh, Madonna mia. Everybody's getting younger than me. This is scary. It's very scary.
If I may, because I'm seeing that he's turning 40. For years, I heard, oh, but you don't know yet, Steve. Life begins at 40. Okay, well, I'm 6 years into the 40-year bracket. Honestly, though, this is coming back to what I said about Q. I truly believe life begins at 30s. It's in your 30s because that's really where you're finding yourself and what you want to do.
Right.
Well, at least that's what worked for me.
No, Steve is one of, I'm not getting into particulars, but I could personally say Steve definitely is very intelligent when it comes to the world of finances. And that's one of the reasons, not because he's my friend and I care about him for a long time, but Steve knows his stuff. I would say another word, but I'm too polite. Steve knows his stuff. Let's see, Adam. Mine in March, right? He'll be 40. Good vibes. That's really, really good. I mean, even if it's like take a walk, getting back to the things that bring you joy, bake a cookie, spend time with a friend, do a video chat. And sometimes in life, we have to take risks. And taking risks is scary. I took a risk this morning. I never thought that you and I would finally ever be on a split screen, sharing the screen. What we went through with that other platform, if you know what I'm saying, letter Z one, that other thing, we couldn't do it, Steve, Zoom. So I took a risk this morning. I says, well, either I'm going to look like a total complete idiot trying to figure this out, or I'm going to conquer it. Sometimes you have to think outside of the box, take that risk, because every single day of our lives should be a learning experience.
But if
Neely, hey! Head on over to the Neely's channel. If you didn't see, for those that might have missed it, I'm not bragging, but I was on a 1-hour live interview with the Neely's Present Grandma's Wealth Wisdom, and it was really totally cool. So they have a fantastic channel. Forget about me. Head over to their channel because you're going to walk away with more wisdom about wealth. I'm the small potatoes gal, you know what I mean? I'll talk about stuff at the grocery store, common sense beginnings of savings, which, by the way, Steve, maybe next week we'll do a show about beginning to save by starting in small bites. Would you be available?
That would be fine. Yeah, I'm available. No problem.
I appreciate that. Would you consider another live at that point?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right, cool.
Well, what I started to mention before you.
Yeah, well, this is interactive, so it's going to be like that, you know.
Well, what I started to say is when it comes to Zoom, if a person has figured out Zoom and how to use it and had success with it, more power to you. In my case, I have found Zoom to be another 4-letter word, but because I'm on and I want to try to keep things as G-rated or PG as I think using your imagination, you kind of know where I'm going with this. So
I am so with you on it. And, you know, the problem was, like, we would test it out and either his microphone wasn't working or my microphone wasn't working, but it was like there was nothing wrong with our devices. There was something wrong, and we re-uploaded it, took another try. It was, in our case, I'm not putting down the company. I think it's a wonderful platform. But for whatever the reason, we didn't have great luck with it. Thankfully, this has served us much better. And yes, I had a great time with you too, you know, with Brandon, and it was a lot of fun and so sweet. Thank you so much. I'd be honored to go back there again one day in a future show. And one day you could come on this show too, now that I figured out the split screen. Okay. Died 4 years ago. Adam says that he moved countries and left Poland for Wales. You like it there? Do you like it in Wales? Sounds nice. Okay. Oh, he played Cha Fung. Forgive me if I'm not like familiar totally with that show. I have to tell you, talking about Hawaii Five-0, right? I love the theme song, but I was like 9 when it came out. So, and my mother says it's time for bed. Every time it went on, I used to hear da 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 da. So then I knew it was time for bed.
Now, musical question: who did this? What group did the theme? I actually know this.
Weren't they a surf band that did it?
Right, and if you think back about,
It wasn't the Ventures, right?
you know your music. That's exactly right.
Just saying.
Okay, the character Cha Fung, I know exactly who Stephanie is referring to.
Stephanie says she's 73. You don't look a day over 40 on this screen, Stephanie.
If I'm not mistaken, let me think back. I believe the character that she's talking about, if you remember on the original Hawaii Five-0, there was an Oriental man on the show.
Yeah, well, excuse me, Steve, finish your point 1 second, and then I have to answer this Neely's comment. Go ahead.
I'm almost done. But I'm thinking who she's referring to is there was another guy alongside Jack Lord that was of Japanese descent or Oriental, and that's who she's referring to.
Thank you, Steve. The Neely said, we are excited to be a guest. I can get the smarter of the two of us to join. Okay, cool. Stephanie says his sister is still alive and lives in Palm Desert, California. Okay, cool. I like to hear that people are alive. I like to hear people want to be guests. Steve, I had a bad thing happen the other day when I was on the Neely show. Brandon doesn't know this, so I'm going to say it. I still feel so badly about this. Granny Prepper, remember that name?
I do.
She made a couple of comments. I acknowledged the comments. But in the heat of our discussion, she left a comment with like a ton of hearts, Jan. I didn't know this till playback. So don't mind me for right now being extremely precautious about the comments coming up, because I didn't want that to happen to me again. I felt really bad about that. Mm-hmm. So if you're watching Granny Prepper, I really did feel badly about that. I loves you. Don't be sorry. They left a wonderful legacy. And of course, wait, only this is on live, okay? Don't go away. I have a treat. Where's that phone? Oh, she doesn't know what she's in for. Hello?
Thanks for the additional key time, or are you on video call?
I'm kind of on a video call. I'm live. This is Dawn Hunt. Dawn, say hello to the audience.
Hi, wonderful audience. How are you? Goodness, I never want to interrupt you.
No, you're not interrupting. This is a perfect time.
Well, great. Well, I just called to say hi and wish you a wonderful day.
No, you don't have to run. Just, unless you have to run. All right, would you like me to call you back later, or you want to say anything to the audience?
Well, may I ask what the subject matter is today?
Okay, Steve Young and I are on a live chat. She's saying hello. And also, subject matter is we were like testing to see if this platform would work with the two of us on. And I asked everybody what they ate for breakfast, but a lot of people are too shy to mention it because they probably spent $25 for 2 eggs.
Oh, you know what? I think they all had kids cereal, the Halloween kids cereal, and they don't want to mention it because I have to tell you, I've been seeing some of that blueberry, frankenberry, and chocoberry, and I would love to have a whole box, but I'm not.
No, and guess what? You got a bunch of hellos. One is from the Long Run with Joel and Christy, and the Neelys are saying to say a hello to you.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's great. Oh, and I saw some delicious recipes that Joel and Christy put on their channel that look fabulous.
You know I'll be there later checking them out. I love watching
they
their
look
stuff.
really good, and there's stuff I haven't seen from other people.
Right. So listen, I know that, this was unexpected. So
Let's get back to your audience. I don't want to take away from you and Steve.
No, you're never a takeaway.
Everyone that I pray and hope they have a frugal and safe weekend, and I appreciate their valuable time.
The magic of live television. Talk to you soon, Dawn.
Okay, love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love back. Bye-bye.
If I may, coming back to what Dawn was mentioning about the Boo Berry and the Count Chocula, and the Frankenberry cereals, because I'm a child of the 80s, I grew up with all those cereals. I mean, I ate all three. I mean, I remember back when Pac-Man had their own variation in that time frame. Not that I ate it, but I remember the Rainbow Bright and the Strawberry Shortcake and the Care Bears. I mean, I can go on and on, but, I think you get the idea. But, they had...
Steve, if I'm almost correct, I think to the year you were born, I think Count Chocula might have come out in 74.
Oh, wow. That far back.
I'm not positive. If somebody could research that, Google it while we're on here. Could somebody check what year did the cereal Count Chocula come out? If somebody could do that for us right now, I'd really appreciate it. Let's see. Daniele said she should do a live. I cannot tell you. I actually literally threw that question to her. By the way, Dawn has a Patreon channel in case anybody's interested. And one of the questions came up. She says, I want to do Q&A. I said, good. I have a question. Would you consider doing something live? Well, whether she just knew it or not, she just did. So, well, she did know it because I just told her. That was totally fun. Totally.
Let's see. Sensible Living has a question for me. She asked, would I prefer that she buy me Strawberry Shortcake or Care Bear or Little Pony for my Christmas? The answer to your question is thank you, but I'll pass.
I think you bypassed all of that a long time ago. So Neely said, we are doing a collab with her coming next Sunday. Cool. You mean a week from tomorrow? Okay. Who's always cleaning? Oh, you're OCD? Stephanie says she's OCD, always cleaning. Come to New York. You can help me out. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, 1971 it came out. Oh, just 3 years wrong.
Wow. But okay, that's good to know.
I had tea for breakfast, and we'll have a fast lunch. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I know you don't want to focus too much on all of that, but while we're here, we're going to go in about 2 minutes. We took up a bunch of your time unexpectedly. Does anyone have a question, like a nice question for myself or Steve? A nice normal question? Let's see. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to think about that. You know what cereal? When I was a kid, I liked Cap'n Crunch, but not with milk. I can't stand milk on. I think Steve agrees with me on this one. We don't like if you have chocolate cereal and then milk is on it. Just
no.
I can't do that. I'd rather just eat it dry. How boring am I?
If you want brown milk, just drink a glass of chocolate milk and be done with it.
Yes, we will adopt Stephanie. She's a sweetheart.
Why do you
Wanda, how you doing?
You eat a bowl of Cocoa Puffs or Count Chocula and you look down and you're looking at brown milk? I mean, okay, so you get the best of both worlds, but I don't know. It almost sounds like you're defeating a purpose there. No, stick with, Frosted Flakes or Corn Flakes or Rice Krispies. That way, when you look down, you're still getting the color of milk.
The long run asks, what is a normal question, Jan? Okay, in my mind's eye, anything that is not, rude, distasteful, vulgar, we're better than that. We're all, grown, nice people that like to play nice. That is what I mean. Sensible Living says, I can't ask a question because I am not normal, but I do love you. What's normal anyway? Well, thank you so much. This is a loving area. Hello, Patty. Patty's here.
Patty. Hey, nice to see you.
Wait a minute. I know that. I could swear I saw Wanda up here. Oh, okay, here she is. Wanda Hutchinson. My breakfast was my husband's Cracker Barrel rejects from supper the other night. Oh, tell the truth. You remind me of something, Wanda. By the way, I hope you straightened out that issue that you had with your room and everything and the food. How many of you? It's only us. It's only Steve, Jan, and just a couple of million people. Just wondering, does anybody out there actually eat cold pizza in the morning? I've done it. Tastes better.
Bingo. It really does. It really does. And you don't have to heat it up. You can take it right out of the box and just eat it straight out. No, because I think what it is the flavors marry as it settles. Yeah.
Excuse me, Steve. Stephanie Kramer says, I love yogurt, very healthy, or cottage cheese with pineapple. My mother used to like that. I can't eat breakfast. Oh, you can eat it any time day. I'm with you. Excuse me. That is one of the smartest maneuvers when it comes to saving money. Eat your breakfast any time of the day. And forgive my throat. I have a rule of thumb. Always keep a drink next to you, like water or tea. When you're doing live broadcasts,
I have to. All right. Looking at Patty's response, Patty, I'm guilty. I'm right there with you. I mean, I don't know of any of us that have not had the desire to have a midnight snack. I've done pizza too many times to count. Adam, yes, I like it warm. I guess I could go either way with it on the pizza when it's like a leftover thing. So yeah.
Okay, so let me see. How you doing, Patty? What are your plans this weekend? I hope to spend some time with my daughter and my grandchildren tomorrow. Today is a very exciting day. I get to clean out the refrigerator again. You have no clue how exciting that is. But I do plan to spend some important video chat time with some friends. And then after that's all said and done, on Saturday nights, you know what I love to do? Kick back with my classic TV on antenna, watch My Father Knows Best, watch my Hazel. I love Hazel. I don't care what anybody says. Hazel should run for president, and that's final.
Mm-hmm.
And that girl comes on. All my favorites from the 60s. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I tend to do while you're watching that block, not that I don't like Father Knows Best or That Girl or Hazel. I'm all for 50s and 60s TV shows because I consider myself an old soul. But I'm actually able to pick up your WPIX, and I'm more of a Barney Miller, the Jeffersons, All in the Family.
I love those too.
Although when it comes to Archie Bunker, I can agree to disagree. I don't think he and I.
Yeah, he's a little tough to.
But it's funny. But it's funny though. I feel that way toward Archie, but I think I would be okay with Maude. Isn't it funny?
Well, Maude represented the beginning of women standing up for themselves and speaking out. I mean, I was a child when those shows came out, but I definitely sensed the positive winds of change.
Yes.
So those characters were fantastic.
Yeah, they were. They absolutely were. Yeah.
Oh yeah, family time is really important for me. There's nothing more important than family other than God. Okay, and you're multitasking, folding your clothes. Good for you. And of course, you're going to put on Jan from New York City on playback, right? Naturally, right?
Of course. Yeah,
Someone told me one of the greatest compliments. Once in a while, this person likes to hear me overnight. It just puts me on autoplay. I don't know how anyone could tolerate listening to me going, hello again, everyone, ding, and you're sleeping. Hello again, everyone, ding, 10 minutes later. But thank you. Steve, your expression is scaring me.
Why should my expression? No, I'm just
that person who would put me on autoplay.
Oh, that. No, I'm just no. I tend to be more of a listener than I do a speaker. because I really do observe.
Yeah.
I learn so much just from listening instead of always running my mouth.
Not like some people I know, like me. Okay, wait a minute. Adam says, sure, Steve, you don't have to, you don't have to agree. All right. Adam, Jen, just to let you know, I discovered your channel thanks to Patty, who mentioned you on hers. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adam. Thank you to anyone who mentions this channel. I don't want to sound repetitive, but I honestly do appreciate it. Let's see. I adore Hazel. She always wants to help mean so she means well. And sometimes she overreaches, but that Brooklyn accent is definitely part of the catch for me. Like when she goes, for Pete's sakes.
Yeah.
She gets involved. I love her. Adam, and since then I follow you, but well, I really thank you. I'm just going to throw like an informal question out there. What do some of you guys like most about this channel? What appeals to you? Why do you come back to the channel? It's one thing when as a hit and run person, if you will. Oh, I'll put her on. Oh, okay, bye. But the ones that I see your beautiful names coming back and back, loyal viewers and even subscribers. By the way, if you have never subscribed to this channel, please consider it. Thank you. And also, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button because YouTube recognizes that. So they put my videos at a higher rank every time you smash those hit like buttons. Let's see, Wanda. Adam is a great gut. Great gut? You mean great gut or a great guy? I think guy. Wanda Hutchins. And don't forget the bird clock. You know what? Let me tell you something, Wanda. That thing, I should retire it somewhere. I really should. Let's see. Yes, they also did Hawaii Five-0 theme song. I loved that tune.
I'm noticing one thing. Life with Patty. Patty, I'm a fan of I Love Lucy as well.
Thank you, Adam, for your kind words.
I just wanted to mention Lucille Ball is my all-time favorite female comedic actress of all time. She had such grace, such class. But I was very amazed to find out that Lucille Ball and my oldest nephew share the same birthday. So I thought they're both Leos. So I thought that was a great thing. But yeah.
That is cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Adam's so kind and just said, I have to pull it back, which I didn't know I could do until now. Adam says, you are such an inspiration and a laugh. You know what? It's thanks to you. Thanks to you, I get up and do this crazy stuff. I mean, really. Right, Steve? You too.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. Sharon Jackson wants to know what's in the crock pot this weekend. I don't know. I need to ask you those questions at 3 o'clock when we talk personally. Sensible living. Jan, just want you to know, I think you are an excellent listener. Not really. Steve, right? I'm a terrible listener, right? Tell the truth.
You have your moments. You said tell the truth, so that's what I agree with you.
I agree. I don't think I'm a good listener. I think I'm a great talker. Wanda, money, tips, and recipes, that's what draws you back to the show? Okay, that's cool. So I guess that's part of the reason. I also want to say Life with Patty has a yes. Thank you for saying that, Dawn. If anybody watching this has not ever yet headed over to the Life with Patty channel, get there. And it's not just like a one-way street. It is Life with Patty. See, my stuff is more of a niche show because I'm only focusing on that, and that's fine. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do a vlog. I don't want to do a lifestyle show. Patty is like the whole gamut. You can see her cooking. She'll talk to you about her day. She'll take you on a shopping thing. Mm-hmm. Just get over there. Just saying. Stephanie, I have the Bob Seger live. What did I lose there? I have the Bob Seger live bullet 2 cassette.
Okay, if I may, I wanted to jump in on Stephanie's Bob Seger. Big fan of their music. Great band. There's not really too many songs by them I really don't like. I would have to say my favorite song by them off of Stranger in Town. I don't think it was ever really a hit for them. It was called Feel Like a Number. Anyone who's familiar or knows Bob Seger's music, that's problem. I would say Hollywood Nights is probably my second top favorite by them. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that.
Going back to the comments for a second. Okay, you mentioned a Stephanie one, Bob Seger. Thank you. Long Run says you have a way of telling people. I have to put on these icky glasses. You have a way of telling people what they need to hear about their finances, and they don't get mad. Just saying. Well, you know, I'm not holier than thou. I can't judge. I've made a lot of mistakes. So who am I to judge? Judge not, less not. So that's the way I present. Like, we're all in this thing together, and we're all learning from each other. Let's see. Money Mom, the reason why is you bring us frugality and fun and positivity. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You do the same on your channel. And Wanda says she loves my personality. Hugs and kisses back. So Sensible Living says, by the way, I did want you and Steve to answer the question about what are some of the fun things you guys like to do in the fall. Well, one thing is drink anything pumpkin, right, Steve? All things
Agreed.
pumpkin.
Pretty much anything pumpkin spice. As I was mentioning to you yesterday, I believe, I've gone to Dunkin' Donuts and I ordered a pumpkin spice latte, too sweet for me. I have a certain range of sweet that I like, and it can be overkill. But I am tempted to go and get some pumpkin spice ground coffee by Dunkin' and try that and mix it my way and see what result I get. But I'm a pumpkin person. Pumpkin ice cream, pumpkin creamer, pumpkin pie, pumpkin cheesecake, which I have a good.
Oh, that's so yummy, Steve. I want that too. Did you ever anybody out there go on a hayride? I mean, I hear about these things. I live in, Manhattan. We usually don't have too many hayrides around here. But that doesn't mean I don't desire that. I like to go upstate New York. I used to do that a lot before the monster. I used to like to go upstate New York on weekends and, do all the upstate stuff. I want life with Patty's Kitchen. Me too, but I don't want to clean it. Well, listen, Steve, I want to thank you for doing this test run. So everyone, thank you for being here. Yeah. We really do appreciate
I do appreciate that.
Time. Anybody have any more questions before we go? Give me a minute. So this was totally spontaneous, unplanned, unexpected. And guess what, Steve? The Earth still did not fall off its axis.
No.
We got through it. It didn't collapse. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. And I really, really do appreciate it. We'll be back Monday with a Money Monday.
So good to me. Yes.
Absolutely. So good to me.
I mean, I know how that goes.
I've been told that I resemble Cass Elliot, who, by the way, is one of my sheroes. I love Cass Elliot. Yes. Love.
Bye, Patty. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, actually. Good to see you.
Bye, everyone. And we really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your unexpected and wonderful participation. But nobody fessed up to spending that $25 on breakfast. It's okay. I'll let it go this time. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Steve. I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.